Yo, 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 it's your boy 47 Dexter.
Are you gonna do that every time?
Nah,
um,
nah,
but
I'm just feeling good
anyways,
today, man.
that's good. That's good. And it's Dirty Boy James. Though we're back with it, the Parallel Reels podcast, where movies get their moments, and we review and compare two similar movies every week. Make sure to follow us on everything right there. Parallel Reels Pod, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and we are not on Facebook. But yeah. Uh,
Oh,
so
that social media stuff,
Oh,
man.
that social media shit, my guy. So these two new movies for this week, we're gonna get really dirty and nasty and well, that sounds like it's about to be a porno, but we're talking about two very very scary and gross remakes of the Wolfman and Nosferatu. If you want to give them a little more insight on these two horror classics.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like you said, this week we're diving into one gothic. Would you call it gothic? Nosferatu is very gothic,
I would say
and then
Nosferatu's gothic, yeah.
yeah, it's like a gothic horror classic. But we're getting like a fresh remake to just kind of see where things go. The same thing with Wolfman. It's another classic remake. So we're gonna see if the remake, lived up to its previous classic standard. So I had the chance to watch Wolfman, and
It wasn't your movie,
that,
huh?
huh?
It really wasn't your movie, huh?
Nah, man. Like initially, like when the movie started out, I'm not gonna lie, like it got my hopes up. Like the first shot was a wide angle shot of them in the forest, and I'm just like, man, this is a beautiful shot. This movie is gonna be it. And I think that was it. That was the only good thing I liked about that movie. Like
What about the
apart
ending
from that,
shot? I know you like the ending of
yeah, but
the.
I think how slow the whole thing went, I
Mm.
kind of like didn't even care anymore. Like it started great with that shot, and it just kind of fell down after that. I just went straight into it because it's like that's how bad I didn't like this movie at all.
Yeah.
And like I'm very lenient on movies, but like I didn't enjoy that at all. Like there was no substance in the movie. There was nothing. It was just like an empty promise. Cause like bro, I had so much hopes for this movie.
Yeah,
Cause
I'd agree
I
too.
love werewolf movies, man. Like
Mm.
growing up, I used to watch Teen Wolf. I don't know if you heard about that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's good
You
anymore,
like
but
that
growing
show?
I mean, as a kid, like I enjoyed it, but I'm saying right now, if I watch it, am I gonna still have that same feeling towards it? Maybe due to like nostalgia, I might
Yeah.
like it, but
It was
yeah.
good to watch
So
before you had to go to high school. like
nah,
the
facts that.
like in the mornings before you watch it on MTV before you had to go to class.
So basically, the movie is about a man. It started off with a kid and his dad. They go hunting. The movie skips like 30 years later. The kid now becomes the father. He has a girl, and he's not trying to live the same way that his dad lived or his dad treated him. So he's trying to do better. But funny thing is, it's like a cycle. He ends up going back to the forest that his dad used to take him all the time, and now there's a monster, chasing them, which is a werewolf. And the funny thing is, the werewolf ended up being his father, and
Yeah.
then now they started like just attacking each other. Uh, Now he was infected. He ended up turning into a werewolf too, and then at the end, he ended up killing his pops. And how he found out was he saw that tattoo on his pop's hands. So initially, he thought like his dad already died like a long time ago. So he didn't know his dad had turned into a werewolf when he was missing in the forest. So that was that. And yeah, bro, the movie was just there was no like climax. There's no character development. There was no like emotional attachment. Like there was nothing.
It was just
Like
stagnant the whole way
yeah,
through.
bro,
I'd
just
agree
like
with you on that.
and I think what annoyed me after those great shots in the beginning, the acting, it was so annoying. Like the kids acting, they just annoyed me. I don't know why.
You
Like Blake
mean
as a kid
a
annoyed
Blake
me,
as a kid? Yeah.
and then even the daughter in the beginning annoyed me. Like
Yeah, Ginger was not my favorite. Yeah,
yeah, like
the only
well, that
really
was
good character was Julie, I think Julie Garland's character. I mean, have you ever
Yeah,
you?
I think her name was like Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte.
Yeah.
You've watched dang, you what's that? What was her show that she was on with Jason Bateman? Ozarks. My bad. You've watched
Ozark. I haven't
Ozarks,
seen
right?
that yet. I haven't seen that yet, bro. I know everybody keeps telling me, bro, you have to watch it. You have to watch it. But you know me, I'm not a show person. You feel
What does
me?
that even mean?
Like I'm impatient. I'm an
Exactly.
instant.
See, you don't have an answer for it. What does that even mean? What do you mean? I'm not a
I'm a,
show
I'm a,
person.
I'm an instant gratification person. Even going back to Game of Thrones, I had to wait for the whole 8 seasons to come out before I even started watching Game of Thrones. Like I hate waiting for shows. So until the whole thing is out, I'm not watching it. That's why I love watching movies. That's why we hear Parallel Reels talking about movies.
All
And
right, that's fine. I mean, understandable because I'm like that sometimes, but I can watch shows. It has to be particular type of shows though.
the whole season got to be out. Every episode got to be out, man.
Okay. I can agree with you on that because yeah, nowadays now a lot of shows are going back to doing it once a week. Yeah, so I definitely see where you're coming
I'm
from.
not to wait every Tuesday. That's why I even stopped watching Prison Break.
I do not never watch one episode of that show.
Oh, you gotta watch that, bro. You
I
gotta
never
watch
watched
that.
one
You gotta watch
episode.
that. You gotta watch that, bro.
I know
We're not gonna go anywhere
Nigerians are
else. You gotta watch
obsessed with that show. Nigerians in Nigeria are obsessed with
Bro,
Prison Break.
it's beautifully written, bro.
I've heard. One day will be one day.
Don't worry, I'll sit you down and we go watch them.
All right. But that's funny. But yeah, I definitely agree with you that Wolfman was very very stagnant. It was very very predictable, honestly.
Very.
Um, as soon as they started going to the woods or wherever he grew up in.
You already knew what was gonna happen.
I already knew like that was going to be his dad. That was the actual werewolf. It was so shocking. That it was his dad. Like they really didn't try.
At all.
Like you said, character development was very very piss poor.
Piss poor.
I had no emotional connection to any of them. I was like, okay. You know, and also they introduced characters and they got killed instantly.
Instantly.
Like one
Like
of
his
the
dad's friend, son.
yeah, which for some reason Blake he remembers him, but he doesn't. But the U-Haul, I think the most unpredictable part was maybe the U-Haul tipping over. I wasn't expecting that. For that accident to happen, that might be the only thing I was like, okay, I wasn't expecting
Yeah,
that.
it happened like mad quick. Like
Yeah.
usually, you thought, get settled in at the the cabin, and then something might pop off. It's like as soon as they got into the woods, it was straight to
Yeah,
action.
it seemed like the movie was on a like they were trying to rush through the movie, trying to get it done quickly. Like the actors had other things to do.
Not facts.
Maybe scheduling conflicts was, but the reason why I wanted to watch this movie because the trailers did a good job. I'm not gonna lie, the trailers made it very very interesting. When you
They
sit down
always
and
get you.
but when you sit down and watch it, I was like. At a point, I was even getting bored. I was like, I can't wait for this to be over. Like,
Bro, yes, bro. The whole time I was watching it, I kept looking at the timestamp. I'm like, all right, when is
yeah,
this gonna
I was
end?
like,
When is this gonna
come
end?
on, like, okay, all right, he's gonna turn into a werewolf. Great, all right. Oh, it's his dad. Awesome. Movie over. But the ending, I found something like a piece of paper. I crumbled it up and I threw it at my screen because I was like, this ending fucking sucks, bro. Like, the ending
Bro.
is just his wife and their daughter looking at the beautiful landscape of the whatever woods they're in, and it's over. Okay, great. I know it's a remake, but y'all could have done better. They could have definitely done better. I would
No
say
substance.
those two shots, the beginning of the movie and the ending of the movie, were the best parts of the movie because it had such beautiful landscape shots. But isn't that kind of sad that the beginning and the ending, the first
Because it's
imagery?
crazy. Because when the movie had started, I texted you. I'm like, bro, these are beautiful shots. The
Yeah.
wildest
You
landscape,
remember what I
the
said?
coloring.
I said, keep watching. Yeah,
That was the last time I texted you.
yeah, keep watching, man. You
But-
could you could even finish it in one sitting.
You can't. But the crazy thing is, I'm thinking, oh, what they could have done better. But even if like the daughter would have died or the wife would have died, I don't think I would have had any emotional attachment to it because like there was no character development.
It wasn't
Like-
written that I know it was a remake once again, but it just wasn't written with the idea of they wanted to shock people. They
bro.
just did a cookie cutter remake and said, "All right, I think y'all good guys. Yeah, yeah, that's
All
a
right.
wrap." And they were done.
Hey man, I would never recommend this movie to you. So
No,
if
I
you watch
wouldn't.
it,
I
don't
wouldn't.
say that I told you to go watch it. See,
Nah,
I'll watch movies, so you don't have to.
this guy. But if you want to like possibly scare a woman,
Why are you saying women don't can't handle movies like this?
no, because when it comes to you know what, I'm not gonna get into that. This is not the podcast for that
I was
because
trying to, I was trying to set you up. I was trying
yeah,
to set
no
you up.
way.
I
The
was trying to
heck?
set you up.
I will set you up. Don't set me
Nah,
up. You sicko.
but another movie that we also got a chance to watch was Nosferatu, and the first time I heard that was a SpongeBob. Nosferatu.
Literally, everybody from our generation, that's how we learned about Nosferatu. The question I have is, what were the writers and the animators and the creator of SpongeBob thinking in the year 2002 or 2001 when that episode came out? Why did they decide to put a scene from a movie from 1922, I
22.
believe,
Yep. Yep. 1922.
1922? I do not understand why they put that clip in SpongeBob. First of all, there's no absolute
No.
correlation for that clip to be in that scene. It just ended the episode with Nosferatu. And where the hell did he even come from? And why was he underwater? That show, the first 3 seasons of SpongeBob need to actually talk to the writers and the creator. And well, unfortunately, the creator passed away.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. But they need to talk to the writers and everybody that was involved in the first 3 seasons of that show. What were they smoking? What type of ganja were they smoking? First of all, to even come
They
up
were
with the
smoking
show,
and not Patrick Star.
because it makes no sense. Like what? But yeah, that's the first time I ever heard of Nosferatu. Also, and
Actually, well, that's the first time. But I've heard Count Orlok multiple
mm,
times. Because
okay,
growing up, my sister used to read this book called A Series of Unfortunate Events. I don't know if you heard about it.
yeah, but was his name Count Orlok in that?
Was it Count Orlok or Count Olaf?
Count Olaf.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the same. I thought it was the same thing. My bad. Ignore me.
But
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
but let me. You're talking about Lemony Snicket's A Series of
Yeah,
Unfortunate
yeah, yeah,
Events.
yeah, yeah.
He
With
was not a
Jimmy.
vampire.
I didn't say I read the book. I said my sister, and she always said Count Olaf, Count Olaf, Count Olaf. So watching this, I'm like, is it the same Count Olaf? But then it's Count Olaf and not Count Olaf. So just ignore me.
You know what? Let's give this guy a round of applause for being for being. I don't even know what's I don't know what superlative to give to you right now. This
But
is
you
fascination.
understand where the mishap happened, bro.
Nah,
I was a kid. I was a kid in 5th grade, bro. I just came from Ghana. My English ear hasn't developed yet, so it all sounds the
that
same.
was like
Count,
20
count.
years ago.
Exactly. I was 9, 8,
Yeah, look,
6.
look at you aging yourself. Shut up, my friend. Anyways, moving on. Man, this guy really thought Count
Oh, shut
Olaf.
up, man. Yeah,
He thought Count Olaf from Lemony
I really thought
Snicket.
Count Olaf was Count Olaf. Tell me it does not sound the same.
No, motherfucker, no, it don't.
Olaf and Olaf don't sound the same when you were a kid.
Orlock.
Count.
You're a sicko, man. Come on. Bruh, ain't no fucking Jesus is Lord.
I
Anyways,
know people understand where I'm coming from, man. You was just a
I,
hater.
yeah, I am because I don't know where you're coming from. A
We don't.
series
We
of
all didn't go to
unfortunate.
school. We all didn't go to school and get our masters like you. Sorry, we're not.
What's the correlation? What does that mean?
We're not enhanced in comprehending different enunciation of the English word. See ya. There you go.
Only God can save you at this point. Only
I'm going to
because
heaven. That's all I know. I'm going to heaven when all this is said and done.
no comment. But we gonna get back into Nosferatu because wow, what a
No,
wow.
Nosferatu. It sounds like an intermission. Nosferatu.
That's literally why they did that in the episode. I'm telling you, I think they just didn't know what else to do, and they might have just been watching Nosferatu on that. The creators and the writer of SpongeBob, they were just like watching Nosferatu. Like, do you know what we should do, guys?
Nosferatu.
We should put that shit at the end of the episode. Them kids not gonna know what the fuck we're talking about anyways until like
Wait,
the
wait,
30s.
wait. Why you hit that so nice? You be smoking?
Bro, no, actually I can't smoke, man. It's not meant for me.
I was trying to set you up again, but yeah, go ahead.
See? You see, watch yourself, man. I set you up. You see? You know. Yeah, but this movie was fucking terrifying. Was it terrifying or was it actually just gross?
It was gross.
It was gross.
It was creepy. It was nasty.
It was, yeah.
It was.
Honestly,
What's another word? What's another big word for nasty, man?
despicable.
Despicable Me. Go ahead, my
What
bad.
was his name in that movie? What was the villain
Who?
slash anti-hero?
And I don't know. What was his name?
Gru.
I wasn't gonna guess that.
Ooh, I was gonna say something. Let's keep it PG. All right. But one thing I will say about Nosferatu is that this movie is literally the definition of the word dark. I'm not even talking about like the
The color.
I'm literally talking about the color, not the actual like plot. The actual coloring of this movie it's just dark. It feels very, very dark. I don't know what is wrong with the girl's husband. His name was Nicholas, correct? No, his name in real life is Nicholas Holt, but in the movie, why am I forgetting his name? Thomas. Another thing is what we need to talk about is how amazing Bill Skarsgård is, because he played Pennywise. Now he's also Count Orlok in this movie. I did not even know it was him until I got home from the theater and actually like looked it up. Like,
Yeah.
Bill Skarsgård is I hope he doesn't get typecasted, but he can play villains, man. He is good at playing villains, and
He was born for this.
he's born for this shit. Yeah, real talk, man. He was born for this. Who else is he's played Pennywise in It. He played he's
When did the first It come out? Because watching it, bro, that
The-
thing scared the hell out of me,
the
bro.
original ones. They
Yeah.
came out in like 1990.
No, my bad. The remake.
That was 2017 and 2019.
Okay. Yeah. I only watched one because, bro, that thing was creepy, bro.
Chapter 2 was I couldn't
Yeah,
finish chapter 2. I couldn't finish it either.
I'm not gonna watch that. But yeah.
It was creepier than the originals. The original ones that came out in the 1990s, bro.
Yeah.
Those were bad, but this one, like, they turned Pennywise into an actual literal demon from hell. And once again, Bill Skarsgård he did a great job, man. But yeah, and I understand, and I know why this movie won nominations for best cinematography, best costume design, best production design, best makeup and hairstyling, because the production team, they went all out. They did a great job. Of the two movies that we watched, this one was the better one, in my opinion, for sure.
Oh yeah, hands down.
It was Robert Eggers, this is his lane right here. The director. It was scary, but it wasn't like terrifying. This movie is really about another adaptation of Dracula by Bram Stoker that came out like 1897.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed this movie. It had an ensemble cast: Lily Rose Depp, Johnny Depp's daughter, Aaron Taylor Johnson. He was also Craven, and he's also Quicksilver. Is it Quicksilver? And
Yeah, Quicksilver.
Quicksilver, Marvel. Willem Dafoe. No wonder this movie was good. It was produced by Chris Columbus also. What do you think about the cinematography in this movie? Because I know I've talked a lot about it, how I really enjoyed this movie. When I watched it in the theaters, it was beautiful to see it on the big screen.
Man, I think they really did like a good job with the cinematography. Like it was dark, but you could still see what was going on.
Hell yeah.
Like the shadows was very like deep. Like the contrast very deep. Like the
It's
colors were
not. It's not
beautiful.
like Zack Snyder's. The
Yeah, like it
Snyderverse.
wasn't like it wasn't like you're just seeing shadows everywhere.
Right.
Like you actually got to see the characters. You got to see the facial expression. Like you felt for Thomas. Like
Mm.
to me, I'm just like, why did dude risk his life to go all the way to Count Olaf's castle just to sign his life away? Like, but I think the build up was beautiful. It's
Yeah.
like it started from the end and then like it end with the end. If that makes sense, what I'm trying to say. Like
Mm. That was a good point. I like that. Yeah.
yeah, like we saw what was gonna happen. She
Yeah.
told dude, and the dude still went, and and it happened. And I don't want to like get to the end right now, but bro, the cinematography is beautiful. Like the wide angle shots.
Yeah.
I think the framing of I don't when he went to that village and then he woke up and like they were all gone,
That
and
was
then the
so
next thing
weird,
bro, and the next thing you know, it was dark, and you just saw like the trees and like straight lines, and then the horses just came out of nowhere, and then
bro.
why would you get in the damn carriage, bro? Like,
That was, bruh. I don't want to say it because we're not that big of a podcast yet, but only a certain type of person will enter that type of carriage.
yeah, that's say it. So I'm just like, bro, you're setting yourself up to die at the end, which again, I think like those kind of like those shots leading up to like the finale, it was beautiful. Like it was like beautifully created. Like I think the shot selections that they chose was beautiful. I think they accomplished what they wanted to go for. Like with the dark shadow, spooky type of feel. Because I felt like the whole movie was just creepy. It was dark. It was
Yeah.
gothic. It was. I think they really like achieved it, like with that cinematography. So man, I'll give it like a 10 out of 10 with like the cinematography, like portion and the colors and like how dark it was, but we're still able to follow through with what was going on and what was happening.
And also, I just loved the fact that it's not like Zack Snyder's version of darkness in the movie where you don't see shit.
This is Snyder's cut.
Bro, I'm still mad about Batman versus Superman. I have a friend who is obsessed with Superman, and I tell him that is one of the worst movies I've ever watched. I'm sorry,
I'm
superhero
not.
wise or whatever.
I'm not.
Shit,
I'm not a DC guy, so I'm not gonna get into
shit.
that.
Yeah, but
Shout out to
anyway,
Penguin. Shout out to Penguin.
I'm really excited for
Season 2,
season 2, and also I'm really excited for Lantern.
Superman with
No,
James Gunn.
fuck no. I'm excited for Lanterns with Aaron Pierre, Mufasa.
That's Mufasa. Nah, man. I think James Gunn is gonna kill it.
Hell yeah.
Superman.
I mean,
But
he's the president of DC now.
yeah. So I
Yeah.
mean, I hope he does his thing, man. Shout out to my Guardians, man. We outside. Love you, boys. But how do you feel about the cinematography in Wolfman? I kind of went over it, kind of yapping about why I didn't like
Is there really cinematography?
It's
it's
not. It's
very,
empty.
very, yeah, it's
It's empty.
empty. I mean, like I said before, they were just trying to. It seemed like they were just trying to get the movie over with.
Nah,
Like
fact.
it seemed like they had other things to do. Like, hey, and I don't think they took more than a couple months. It might even. I don't. Even, I would be surprised if they took 3 months to make this movie.
And it's crazy because like the direction of both movies, right? I
Hmm.
think Nosferatu had a better pacing and a better build up to
Hell
the
yeah,
end.
hell yeah,
I think with Wolfman, it was just kind of bam, bam, bam. Like Nosferatu was like it was creepy. You feel like somebody's like lurking behind you.
yeah.
You felt like is he like you knew when Thomas had signed the estate, trying to get him a contract for the estate or a building.
Hmm.
You knew he was signing his life away because he didn't know what he was reading. But it's crazy that it ended up being Thomas's wife had something to do with it, like all along. So like
That was
I
the worst
really,
part. I wasn't expecting that.
I really love the build up to the end, how she sacrificed herself
Hmm.
to kill Nosferatu Orlok, and then now dude was trying this whole time to keep her alive, and now she's gone. But the funny thing is, she thought he was gonna die, but then she ended up having to die. So it's just like, dang, that's crazy.
And that's why I also feel bad for Aaron Taylor Johnson's character and his wife and his kids. They all died. That was awful. I wasn't expecting that to happen. So I would have to say this movie is a little bit unpredictable if you're not familiar with the
The story,
original.
yeah.
Because I've never watched the original. I've never watched the other remakes either because most vampire movies that they're actually not that good. Like, to be honest
Hey,
with you.
except for Blade.
Okay, that doesn't count. Obviously, no, no, no. That's he's in a different echelon. But I was thinking of like, you ever heard of this movie called Daybreakers?
Nah, it sounds like a 2001 movie.
It was like 2011, 2000, maybe 2010. I remember watching that in like high school. Nah, bro.
You probably enjoyed it back then too.
No, I hated it when I left the theater. I was mad as hell.
You like
But
Twilight?
honestly, the story's not bad. The
I knew you
story
were the
isn't
type.
bad. The
I knew you
story
were the
isn't
type to like
bad.
Twilight.
But at the end of the day, it's dumb. Like when you think about it,
Oh, now it's dumb. But when you
it's
were enjoying it, you were Team Edward back then, weren't you?
no. I actually didn't watch it as a when it came out. I didn't watch it until I was older. Um, it feels like that those movies were recent. It was actually a while ago, which is crazy.
No, it was a while ago. It's like
Yeah, it was like
2013.
no, it was before that.
Oh, for real?
It was like 08, 09.
Oh, wow. I thought it was like in the teens.
Nah, man. I
But
think maybe
man,
maybe the last one came out 2010.
yeah. But
And in
I think
terms
the
of
now you were saying,
and in terms of like horror and impact, which one was scarier to you?
and
Obviously,
then,
to me, Nosferatu was a scare because it's not just physical like jump scares. Like he's actually like the directors, the writers, they're actually like toying with you. They're like messing with your
bro,
mind. It's like the definition of psychological horror because there's parts of the movie which is completely silent, stillness and eerie visuals to build a lot of tension, and the
bro,
horror lingers, relying less
bro,
on jump scares like
bro.
fucking Wolfman.
It started straight into the movie. Dude was just trying to kill Shorty. Like it started. It's funny when I was watching it. You know, my sister was like, "What movie are you watching? They keep yelling all the time. Like every 5 seconds they're yelling. What movie are you watching?" And bro, if you're a saved Christian, this movie is not for you. This movie is very demonic, bro.
You're talking about Nosferatu?
Yeah, those
Yeah,
for
yeah, 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 yeah,
this
yeah.
movie is very demonic, bro. And
And
I know there's some things us Christians shouldn't be watching and seeing, but
what is this guy talking about? I beg.
I know the Illuminati has something to do with this movie. I know the
Oh,
Illuminati has something to do with this movie.
this guy, you're not serious. It's
But
literally a
like on a serious note, like this was scarier. Like you said, it wasn't like a conjuring scaring, like something jumping in front of you, or like what's that doll?
fucking Megan.
Annabelle. Annabelle.
Oh, okay, I was talking about Megan.
Like Megan, what is that? Anyway, yeah, it's not like these type of jump scare movies. Like this is just creepy, bro. It's like you know something's gonna happen and you still get scared,
Yeah,
or like it's still like
and some
shakes you.
and sometimes the shit that's actually scary is not even something that it's like that like that's like shocks you. It's just like dang, like it's just even just like little things like the rats that came into
Oh
Transylvania.
yes,
That was scary to me because it makes your body itch. The way he looks himself when he himself is just gross
it's
looking.
gross.
It's gross looking. He's so scary. His accent, the accent was scary. I mean, like I said before, Bill Skarsgård did a great job acting in this movie. He did an amazing job.
Not so
Wolfman is just missing a lot of pieces.
a
It's,
lot,
it's
everything, bro.
essentially, bro. It's missing. The plot is not really well thought out. Um,
Like
if Julie Garner wasn't in it, it really would be an awful movie because she's the only like known actress in the whole movie. I don't think anyone else is like a really popular actor. I've never seen the main character before. Uh,
happen either.
but To me, I don't think he was a good actor.
So yeah, I mean this movie was a flop, man. Like
Yeah,
don't go
bro.
watch it, man. On a scale of 1 to 10,
They
I'll give
rushed
Wolf
it
I'll give Wolfman a 2, and that's me being generous.
on all forms of our
No,
scales.
alright. No, I'm just kidding. On a serious note, I'll probably give it like a 5.5 out of 10, 6 out of 10.
That's being
Uh
generous because I'm not gonna give it that much.
yeah, and then I'll give Nosferatu like a 7.1 out of 10.
I'm gonna give it an 8. I'm gonna give Nosferatu a 8. You know what? 8.2. I'm gonna give Nosferatu an 8.2. I don't know why. It's just calling the 8.2. The point two just calling to me. But for the Wolfman, it's gonna get a 3.4.
Man, the whole time I was watching Nosferatu, I had my Bible and my holy water next to me, bro. I was just spraying my TV the whole time. I rebuke you. Nah, I'm
uh,
just yapping.
I couldn't bring that into the theater with me, obviously, and there was not that many people in the theater when I went to go watch it. But everybody in there was just like, when everybody was walking, everybody was saying, "God, that was disgusting. It was gross." Um,
I think watching a movie like this in a theater, I think it magnifies it
yeah,
and makes it even worse because, like, the sound is right next to your ear, the screen is huge.
bro.
You're in a dark place, like,
You remember that scene where Thomas is trying to run away from the dogs
bro,
slash wolves? Do you know that's actually? I looked it up. They didn't. That's not CGI. The director wanted Nicholas Hoult to be terrified, so those are real live wolves chasing him onto that ledge.
bro,
That's why that you see. That's where these two movies are. They're, one is on a different scale because look at the attention to detail.
yeah.
That man could have died, but it's for art. You know what I'm saying? It's for
They gonna
art.
die for art.
It died for art.
You think this is Bruce Lee?
Rest in peace. But Wolfman, it's just like
It was poor,
it was poor. It was piss poor. It did not
poor
keep my attention. I did
at
not
all.
really care what happened. When the movie was over, I was like, thank God,
I'm
finished.
like, all right,
All
what's
right,
next?
what's next? Yeah, exactly. Literally, what? That it gets a 3.4 for me. Moving on
Like,
with my life.
yeah, bro. I was even saying like, what can they have done differently? And I don't think anything gonna change. Like, like I think they need a better execution.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, it's the same story that they're trying to remake or redo, and I think that's why they need to leave classics where they're at and stop touching it because they always make it worse.
I feel as though since they didn't get it right this time, I don't think they got it right. They're just within 5 to 10 years there'll be another remake.
Oh yeah,
There'll be another remake because that's Hollywood for you. There was a remake in 2004. I mean 2005. There's probably a lesser known one in 2015, and now we're in 2025.
I
And this one
think
come out.
yeah, the movie is like an hour and 42 minutes.
It felt like 30 minutes.
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
It
Like,
was so
because
short.
we started with him and his dad, then boom, him and his daughter, boom, forest, boom, fighting the wolf or werewolf, boom, he's dead.
And that's
That was
it.
it, bro. That was
That's it.
it.
There was not up to like 10 characters in the whole movie.
Nah, I think it was like 3 or 4. Him, his dad, his wife, the dad's friend's kid, and then his child.
Yeah, I said not up to 10 in the whole movie.
So my
Yeah,
question with you is, which film left a deeper impression on you?
obviously Nosferatu, without a question.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm not gonna ask you why, because
I mean, the director, the writers, the actors, everybody. It seemed like everybody cared. The makeup artist, the sound effects, it seemed like they cared. Wolfman. Okay, we're done with the movie, guys. Great job. Moving on.
they said we'll try again in 5 years. We'll try again in 5 years,
Literally.
and it's cool. It's cool, man. I really enjoyed. Well, I enjoyed watching half of the two movies. No, I
Why you
really
say
enjoyed.
that?
I already like. I'm saying like because I was counting both as one. So I'm saying I really
Mm,
enjoyed half of it because I didn't really enjoy Wolfman.
yeah.
That's it for today. Wolfman and Nosferatu both proves that the classic monster never dies. And please do not waste your time to go watch Wolfman. But if you do want to watch Nosferatu. Just make sure you have your holy Bible next to you
Yeah,
and some
honestly.
holy oil. Man,
Take
please do not.
sleeping pills when you get home.
Facts, because that thing was it was just nasty, bro. The rats. I'm just even thinking about the rats right now. Yeah,
I'm thinking about Nosferatu's skin and the way he was like sucking the blood out of Thomas.
bro.
And
When he
what
died,
about the final scene? Oh,
when he died, and his bones. Anyways, we appreciate you guys for tuning in with the Parallel Real podcast.
yes, sir.
Man, please do not waste your time to watch Wolfman. I'm gonna say
Don't
it again. Please do not waste your
go
time to
live your
watch
life,
Wolfman.
man. Go live your
But
life.
please use your energy to subscribe to us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Just check us out. Leave a comment. Let us know what you like, what you don't like, and please suggest a movie that you'd like us to compare or watch. We'll be back every Tuesday.
Yeah.